that had Roman and Greek influence. When Revelation says you won't be able to buy or sell, it's probably a reference to entrance and exit to the agora. It's thought that during Domitian's time period that you had to make a sacrifice to Roman gods, including Domitian, and to enter into the agora. And the question becomes, how would you know that somebody had made a sacrifice or not? It's not like we have microchips in our hands. And one creative teacher said, it's very possible that they took the ashes of the sacrifice and just put them on their heads.
Wow.
Who knows?
Wow.
It's a thought. Is it Wednesday today?
Yeah.
No, it's Friday today. As we come down this street, one of the first things you're going to notice is it's turtle-backed. You know why? They figured out how to run plumbing, sewage, right under the main street. And it's an architectural feature that is interesting. But these roads, this has lasted a couple thousand years. And the city's been through quite a few earthquakes. On either side are columns. Those columns then had canopies that went to the shops, creating a kind of strip mall, all right? And it's pretty crazy what we're gonna see in the strip malls as we go down here. But notice as we stand at this cardo, to the right is an amphitheater, to the left is a bathhouse, and what's right in front of us? The temple to the serpent god, okay? And the most exalted position in the city. This might be instructive when you look at any city. You might see the very same features driven from the same spiritual powers today. As we walk down this city streets, you can still see that it's white, but this again would have been polished marble. It would have gleamed. I can't help but continually contrast that with life in the Galilee. And this was repulsive to the Jewish people. There are some pretty well-preserved mosaics here. Over there you see actual plates of marble that are like much of the city was covered in. And that marble was reflective, something like the way that architects design skyscrapers to gleam in a city to make it, beautiful. Jesus told us that we should be like cities on a hill, standing out, beautiful, not because of what we were covered in, but because of the good deeds that were flowing out of us. That's distinctly different. I wonder at times whether we've tried to achieve with our buildings what we were supposed to achieve in our hearts, and if the building is not an obstacle to actually achieving it in your heart. I'm not against meeting in buildings, we all do it, but the building certainly can't be the focus. And the fact that we've shifted the word church from people to the building might say something about the way our hearts have shifted.
And what God are we worshiping?
And what God we're worshiping. As we come up to the center here, we're kind of at the epicenter of the town. We'll go up these steps. I want to show you a mosaic that's there, and then we'll go to our teaching spot right in the middle of all of this. And imagine ourselves in the first century and see what that does for us. But how ornate is this,
Yeah, we took a aerial shot of this city and placed it right over Houston, and we found that the dimensions, the distances between the amphitheater, the bathhouse, the mega church on the hill, mirrored exactly the dimensions of Houston, Texas, just in a different ratio of the Toyota Arena, Minute Maid Park, and Lakewood Church. You got all three, and it happens in every city that you go to.